How could such a person be Charlie's opponent? If Takehiko Ito really finds out the so-called master of ninjutsu in Japan, he might even give Charlie a look. At this time, Takehiko Ito scolded with a little nervousness, "You are an outsider, so you dare to go wild in Tokyo. Are you not afraid that I will not let you return to China?" Charlie smiled and said, "What? Do you still want to keep me in Japan as your son-in-law? Bastard!" Ito Takehiko exclaimed, "Boy, you are too arrogant." Charlie said with a bit of disdain in his eyes, "I have no one in my eyes? I came here today to take over my own company. Instead, you barked at me in my company. What are you? I didn't beat you out. I am already respecting the old and loving the young." Hiroshi Tanaka hurried forward and said respectfully, "Mr. Charlie, calm down your anger. This is the head of the Ito family and the chairman of Ito Corporation, Mr. Takehiko Ito? Ito Takehiko?" Charlie frowned when he heard this, and asked Koichi Tanaka, "What is his relationship with Nanako?" Hiroshi Tanaka hurriedly said, "Mr. Charlie, President Ito, is Miss Nanako's father." Charlie suddenly realized. He actually didn't know much about the Ito family, except for Nanako. He didn't know anyone else. Hearing that the middle-aged Japanese man with a big back head turned out to be Nanako's father, his expression eased slightly. Afterwards, he looked at Ito Takehiko, and said lightly, "For the sake of your daughter's face, I won't be familiar with you this time. Since you are not from the Kobayashi family, then you don't need to stay here and take your people and leave." Ito Takehiko's face was pale with anger. As the patriarch of the dignified Ito family, when did he receive such contempt? Moreover, this young man's tone was extremely proud, as if he was just taking care of his daughter's face, so he didn't care about himself. It was too much. Thinking of this, he gritted his teeth and said, "Boy, why do you say that this is your company? You also said that you are a major shareholder of this company? I tell you that I just signed a contract with the representative chairman of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. Officially acquired a 30% stake in Kobayashi Pharmaceutical." "Oh," Charlie said with a smile. "Which representative chairman has this right to sign a contract with you on behalf of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical?" Masayoshi stood up and said, "I am the acting chairman of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical." All shareholders clearly agreed to Mr. Ito's shareholding in Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. "Why are you an outsider interfering? Besides, you in this company have nothing to do. If you don't leave, I will call the police." Charlie smiled, "I have nothing to do with this company? Come here, I will introduce you to an old acquaintance." After that, he clapped his hands and shouted outside the door, "Come on, invite Mr. Kobayashi in." Isaac and Mr. Orville immediately took Ichiro and walked into the meeting room. When Ichiro entered the meeting room, everyone was stunned in shock. Isn't this Ichiro? Isn't he dead? Yes. Jiro issued a kill order before and ordered his life to avenge the old president. There were a lot of discussions. Ichiro's expression was a bit ugly at this time, and he said coldly, "I tell you, you are all deceived by that bastard Jiro. I didn't poison my father to death at all, but he was poisoned to death and then blamed on me. In order to monopolize Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, he also spent a lot of money and wanted to take my life. Impossible." Masayoshi said coldly, "I know exactly how the president died. You said that you got a magic medicine from China that would make the president stand up again, and the president was excited. He took Jiro and me to the airport to wait. After the medicine was delivered, the president died suddenly after taking the medicine. Do you dare to deny it?" Ichiro gritted his teeth and said, "I did get the magic drug at the beginning, but Jiro arranged for the magic drug to be dropped." "You don't even think about it. Why should I kill my father?" Masayoshi angrily said, "You naturally want to monopolize Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, so that's why you killed the president." Ichiro scolded angrily, "Your dog's brain is broken. You keep saying that I killed my father to save Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, but you keep your dog's eyes open to see clearly. I am exclusive. After father died, who became the new president of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical?" Everyone observed each other when he said this. Ichiro was right. After the death of the old chairman, Masao Kobayashi, It was Ichiro's younger brother, Jiro, who succeeded the chairman. Moreover, Jiro also spent a lot of money to get the head of Ichiro. If this incident was really planned by Ichiro, is he too stupid? Not only did he not get any benefits, he even gave others a wedding gown, and even worse, after others put on the wedding gown, they wanted his life in turn. Thinking of this, everyone suddenly realized that what happened back then might have something else hidden. At this time, Masayoshi's mood is very complicated. First of all, he managed to get rid of Masao Kobayashi and Ichiro, and then missed Jiro and took the position of acting chairman of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical Company, Limited. But in a blink of an eye, Ichiro came back unscathed. Isn't this FC King epic unlucky? The good life of co-working himself is just beginning to end? He was full of resentment, and said angrily, Ichiro, you have left Kobayashi Pharmaceutical for a long time. The current Kobayashi Pharmaceutical has been fully exercised by the shareholders' meeting, and you have not eliminated the murder of your biological father. We will not allow you to take the in charge of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical.